So let's study the next part. It is called as the sum of the year digits method. So this method is personally very easy. All you have to do is some addition and then some multiplication and division. I know it sounds too cliche for me to say this, but this is there. So let's understand this best with an example. So let's look at illustration number 3. Messrs. Raj and Company purchased a machine for 1 lakh rupees. The estimated useful life and scrap value were 10 years and 12,000 respectively. So what is the cost of the asset? The cost of the asset is 1 lakh, right? What is the life? The life is 10 years. And what is the salvage value? The salvage value is given to us as 12,000. The machine was put to use on 1/1/2006. Show the machinery account and depreciation account in their books for 2011 by using sum of the year digits method. What I'm not going to do is follow this sum. I'm going to teach you what is sum of the year digits method, right? So how many years are there? There are 10 years in this sum. So what do we have to do is first we have to do the sum of the years, right? How many years? 10 years. 1, 2, 3, dot, 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 up till 10. The first thing we got to do is add all these numbers. So how do we do it quickly? I know if the numbers are in sequence, I can use a formula n into n plus 1 divided by 2. This will give me the total of any natural set of numbers which are in a sequence, right? So this will be 10 into 11 by 2, which is equal to 55, right? So the total from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the total of all these numbers is going to be 55, and this 55 is a very important number. Now, the depreciation for first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, right? These are the depreciations. The depreciation for the first year will be 10 divided by 55. The depreciation for the second year will be 9 divided by 55. For the third year will be 8 divided by 55. Are you getting what I'm doing? Put the last year. What is the last year? 10 for the first year's depreciation divided by the total. In the second year, put the second last year, which is nothing but 9 divided by the total. In the third last year, put the third last year, which is equals to 8 divided by 55. In the fourth last year, let's put the fourth last number, that is 7. 7 divided by 55. For the fifth last year, 6 divided by 55, and so on and so forth. Let me write it down all for you. So these are the depreciation figures that I will use to find out my calculation. So if someone asks me, hey, what is the depreciation of first year? What will I do is I'll do this simple thing. I'll do cost plus all the expenses that I used minus salvage value multiplied by that factor, right? That factor divided by 55 for the year. So suppose if someone asks me what is the depreciation of first year, what is my cost here? My cost here is 1 lakh rupees. They haven't given me any expenditures, so I will consider only the salvage value, which is equals to 12,000. So this comes to 88,000 multiplied by, what is the factor for the first year? The factor for the first year is 10 divided by 55, right? So what we'll do here is into 10 divided by 55. This will be the depreciation of first year. This will give me 16,000. Let's find out the depreciation for the fourth year. For that, remember what will be the factor for the fourth year? The factor for the fourth year is 7 divided by 55. So what do we have to do is simple. 1 lakh minus the salvage value, that is equals to 12,000. This gives us 88,000 multiplied by 7 divided by 55, and we get 11,200. So now let's do what they want us to do in illustration number 3. So let's read the question again. The question here is that they had purchased it on 1/1/2006. So we had purchased in the beginning of the year 2006, and we have to find out the depreciation for the year 2011. So first let's find out which year would be 2011. So the first year will be 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it will be the 6th year, right? So what will be the factor for the 6th year? is 5 divided by 55. Now all we have to do is nothing but 88,000 into 5 divided by 55, which is nothing but 8,000. Right? So this is our depreciation for the year 2011. So as simple as that, let's take one more short sweet example to conclude this. Suppose the cost of the machine is 1 lakh rupees. The installation charges were 20,000 rupees. We know we have to add this, and the salvage value was 10,000 rupees. We know we have to reduce this. So this gives us the figure of 1,10,000. Right, now all the calculations will be done on this. Suppose the year or the life of the machine was 3 years, so 1, 2 and 3. So what will we do is first we need to find out their total. What is their total? Is 6. Then for the first year, put the last number. What is the last year? 3 divided by 6. For the second one, let's put the last second one, which is nothing but 2 itself, divided by 6. And for the last one, let's put the first one and do it. Right? So if someone asks me what is the depreciation for first year, it is going to be 1,10,000 into 3 by 6. What is the depreciation of the second year? 1,10,000 into 2 by 6. And what is the depreciation for the third year? 1,10,000 into 1 by 6. Got it? Let's move on to the next method of depreciation. So the next method of depreciation is the machine hour method. Well, this is also very similar to the sum of the years digit method. So let me take an example straight away for you. Suppose the cost of the machine is 30,000 rupees and the salvage value is 5,000 rupees. The installation charges is 10,000 rupees. We know what do we have to do with them. We have to reduce and add this. So what will be the value? The value will be 35,000 rupees. Now, machine hour method is based on the hours that the machine will be used in different years. Suppose I will say that the life of this machine is 4 years, right? The life of this machine is 4 years. In the first year, we will use the machine for 5,000 hours. In the next year, we will use the machine for 10,000 hours. In the next year, we will use the machine for another 10,000 hours. And in the fourth year, we will use the machine for 15,000 hours. Now, all you have to do is first find out the total number of hours this will be used. So the total number of hours this machine will be used is 40,000. Now, as simple as that, just remember first year is 5, second is 10, third is 10 and fourth is 15. So what is the value of the machine? The value of the machine is 35,000. If someone asks me what is the depreciation of first year, I'm going to do how much do I will use it in first year divided by the total, right? 5,000 into 40,000 divided by 40,000. If someone asks me what is the depreciation for second year, I will do 35,000 into 10,000. How much I will use in the second year divided by 40,000. See, this is different from the sum of the year digit method in terms of the numerator, right? For the first year, as you see, the numerator here is 5,000. Which was expected to be the use of the first year. In the sum of the year digit method, we did the swap. In the first year, we took the numerator of the fourth year, but not here, right? This has a simple phenomenon, is that how much you use, the depreciation will be that much. So if you use more, the depreciation will be more. If you use less, the depreciation will be less. So that is how it goes on. If someone asks me for the third year, it will be the same as the second year, and for the fourth year, the depreciation will be 35,000 into 15,000 divided by 40,000. That's it. I think it is very easy for you to understand this one. Let's move on to the next method. The next method is production units method. This is very similar to the machine hours method. There is practically no change, except in the previous one we had hours, and if we can substitute the hours with units, suppose I said you in the first year we'll be making 5,000 units, in the second year 10,000 units, 30,000 units, 15,000 units. So what is the total units? 40,000 units, and the depreciation will be the same, 35,000 into 5 by 40 for first year, into 10 by 40 for second year, into 10 by 40 for third year, and into 15 by 40 for the fourth year. So you got my point? So production unit method and machine hour method is not different, it is the same. The only variation is in one we are going by hours and in the other one we are going by units. So let's take an example. It is in the exercise sum number 38 to 42. Let's look at those sums. So the question is, the new machine is costing 1 lakh rupees, which was purchased by a company to manufacture a special product. Its useful life is estimated to be 5 years and the scrap value is 10,000. So what do we have to do is we remember 1 lakh minus 10,000. So what is our cost? Our cost to be depreciated is 90,000. And below we have given that how many units we'll be producing from year 1 to year 5, that is throughout the life. How much is 5, 10, 12, 20 and 25. So let's do the total of it. 72,000 units. So in a way I can say to make 72,000 units I am incurring an expenditure of 90,000 rupees. Now how much of the 72,000 I am making in my first year is 5,000 units. So what should be the depreciation for the first year is 90,000 into 5,000 divided by 72,000. This should be the depreciation of year 1. What should be the depreciation of year 2 is how much units I am making in year 2. I am making 10,000 units in year 2. So 90,000 into 10,000 divided by 72,000. So you got my point? This is how for every year we will find out the depreciation. And I believe now this sum is very easy for you. Please try the next sums from 38 to 42.